vapors, drowners, and wet
Good sir.
feet.
Do you need a
That's all
boat?
I'll find here.
Witcher, go and see Yaron Bolt, the lead woodcutter. He ought to have a job for you. He lives at the southern end of the swamp.
Right. Thanks.
What do you want?
I'll find you later.
Anyone seeking to cross?
Odd place. Looks like these giants froze mid-motion. Must have been some time ago. 3 women. This reminds me of something. There's an altar at the base. The obelisk seems ancient. Pity I don't understand these runes.
Who are you?
Geralt the Witcher, a friend.
And we'll see.
And you?
Yaren, I speak for the lumberjacks.
Can we talk?
Speak.
Was there another Witcher here before me? Berengar?
Some Witcher. He accepted a job, then disappeared.
Know what's going on with him?
No, but someone asked about him days later. We weren't the only ones he escaped.
Are you responsible for the logging?
No, we scare off woodpeckers. Of course we're responsible. We're lumberjacks.
Work for yourselves or someone else?
We're independent, though we secure orders from merchants like Luvarden. We get weeks of work and a decent return.
You the chief lumberjack?
Yes. Without me, these lazy lads wouldn't know when to piss. Him with a moustache. No matter what I do, he still pisses in his boots.
I see you keep a tight rein.
With danger around, you need discipline. I rule with an iron fist, so they can return home safely. Most will.
Don't you fear working in such a dangerous area?
These men need the gold, so they take the risk. You can't have pork if you don't kill the piglet.
Do these trees have special value?
The remains of a primeval forest. Rare species. They make excellent wainscoting.
Get along with the locals?
Nothing but a bunch of deviants. The brickmakers babble about their lords and the underwater world, and the druids don't like the trees being felled.
Any jobs for a Witcher?
Despite the danger, the beasts leave us alone.
So nothing?
Perhaps. For someone willing to take a risk.
I'm listening.
But the Begatic plant should be blooming in the swamp.
I understand it's valuable.
The drug it makes is. Collect some blossoms and we could both earn a little.
I wade through mud, face danger, then we split the profit?
You don't know what Begatip looks like, nor where to sell it.
Okay, let's play herbalist.
Great. Begatip blossoms look like red orchids. Clumps grow throughout the swamp. Sell them to the ferryman. Ask those living in the swamp if you can't find any.
I'll deliver the flowers to the ferryman as soon as I find them.
Kirstrid, listen, I've received news that my children in Vizima have fallen sick. I'd like to go back and be with them, but that means I wouldn't make enough for us to survive the winter. so I'd really like to sell some of my old stuff before I go. Interested?
Show me what you have.
Well, nothing special. A piece of red ore, a flask of alcohol and a silver ring I inherited from my father. I can throw in a formula for truly reliable hangover medicine. All this for only 200 orins.
That's too much.
Listen, I'm really in need. What would you say to 150 orins? So it's a deal.
Give my greetings to the children.
You can be sure I will.
God's bless.
5,000 ewes in 3 months.
Yaron holds the monopoly on herbs. Swore he'd rip out the legs of any court trading them.
And you agree to that?
We lumberjacks are all right.
Huge trees, strange symbols, tamed beasts, even a dryad. This must be the Druid's Grove.
Welcome to the Druid's Grove, traveller.
Greetings.
Marvellous place. I come here when I need to think, and the peacefulness helps clear my mind. Even a witcher is welcome here.
One more word about my accepting my otherness and finding the home I never had, and I'll cry like a baby.
Sarcasm only serves to expose your inhibitions.
Ooh, an elven psychoanalyst.
I spent decades among humans. I find your kind as complicated as the schematics of a flail.
Decades? Live that long among humans, you're bound to become more like them than you ever wanted to be.
Are you speaking from experience, Monster Slayer?
A sharp wit. I'm Geralt.
My name's Yavin.
Let's talk.
Yes.
Has another witcher been here? Berengar?
Indeed he has. He was interested in the tower's history, in legends. He scarcely seemed the intellectual, so another must have sent him.
Well, he's disappeared. Any idea where he might be?
Sadly, no. But your kind often meet a sudden end.
What can you tell me about your kind? What makes you elves tick?
Let us pray beneath the trees, for the trampled heather, for blood that has been shed, for fate that has been destroyed,
I'm not sure I'm understanding this.
for death inflicted by sword, for the pain of others and our own.
I'm looking for witcher's work.
Then I'll ask you a favor. I need a letter delivered to Vizima, where I'm not welcome. As a witcher, you should find little difficulty tending to monsters on the way and avoiding trouble with the guards at the city gates.
Who's the letter to?
I'd be obliged if you could deliver it to Vivaldi, a dwarf living in town, and then return his reply to me.
I'll do it. I'm going to Vizima anyway.
Thank you.
What is it?
I'm looking for Beggartick blossoms.
We can supply the herb at a reasonable price. Talk to the man who tends the holy oak.
I seek information on the Mage's Tower.
There is power inside. Alas, it cannot be penetrated.
Has anyone tried?
Many, but common thieves and mages know not how to open the door.
And you do?
In the swamp, perhaps you've noticed old stones bearing strange symbols. They are nodes of powerful energy. Lines of energy intersect at a strange place.
At the tower?
Look for yourself.
Thank you.
Old secrets are best left alone. That tower is cursed.
Know where I might find a copy of Ain Sofar?
Ask that madman, Gramps, who collects anything he finds. Might even have that book.
I'll check.
What is it?
Aren't those wyverns?
Wyverns indeed.
How did you master them?
tamed them through hard work. I guarantee they're not drugged or their wings clipped. See for yourself.
Any accidents?
Only the fool who tried to brush a wyvern's teeth.
I see.
Any other questions?
Farewell.
In wed streda gemu in terto.
Gwynblade.
Has another Witcher, Berenger, been here?
There was one. He asked about herbs, monsters, how much the mosses earn in town.
Maybe he wanted to make some money.
Then he disappeared. Perhaps he encountered a powerful monster.
Thanks for your help.
Va fail, Gwynblade. I wish to return. Gwynblade.
Gwynblade. What's that mean?
White Wolf.
You know me?
Your name precedes you.
You may know more than me. I remember nothing of my past.
Some things are better forgotten. Nevertheless, I do feel sorry for you.
Can you help?
Sadly, no. Perhaps my sisters from Brokilon could help, but they are far away.
Tell me about Brokilon.
Brokilon is the Dryad homeland, a wilderness untouched by humans. Those surrounding Brokilon wish to claim our forests, and thus humans and Dryads fight continuously along the borders.
Who is winning?
Our archers are matchless, but how long can we resist the brute force that rendered humans the world's rulers?
So you agree with the elves and dwarves fighting for independence?
Those children? They have long forgotten the struggle's meaning, craving blood and revenge, having only contempt for humans. They fail to see they begin to resemble the humans themselves. We merely defend our home, Gwynblade, and have no ambition of driving humans into the sea.
Why don't you reach a compromise with the humans?
Ha! You treat concessions as weaknesses and believe acts of goodwill are traps. You will never accept our otherness.
Tell me about your lives.
Brokilon is our home, Ithlin our lady. We live in harmony with the forest, flowing through the thickets and knowing the forest's secrets.
Are you happy?
Like humans, we have joys and sorrows, though our end is near. The war with the humans continues, and our numbers diminish.
What are you doing here?
'Tis a secret. Though I'm taking the chance to visit this grove of old, beautiful trees.
Farewell. That smell must have died ages ago. Looks like this tower collapsed on its own. I guess the swamp's not the best place for buildings this big.
What?
I seek beggartick blossoms for the lumberjack Yarn.
That traitor on a human leash? I shan't help you. Picking roots is belittling anyway.
What do you seek? You bother me.
What do you mean?
Some of our greatest died combating humans. First when your kind arrived in these lands, then recently when we again concluded we couldn't abide mankind's tyranny. Have you seen Fenowed flowers? You couldn't find one because you can't distinguish it from common plants.
I don't remember elven history. Tell me about Fenowed.
Why should I? Wait. I've long carried this book, I need no more. Read it, and you'll learn of what I speak, though I doubt you'll understand its message.
Thank you.
I'm getting out of
Whoop!
Say something?
I seek information on the Mage's Tower.
What good is human magic? Tricks. Nothing more. However, Yavin showed interest in that building.
I could use a beer.
What do you see?
What do you mean?
Some of our... Have you...
You're blinded by hatred. I've picked Fenoued.
Show me. I sense it will be something amusing. You do know Fenoued. I thought wrongly about you.
Not entirely. I know few of the local plants.
I can describe Burmarigold.
Of the coast, the Lord's wrath will reach the intruders. Pray we are spared.
Yes?
I'm looking for beggartick blossoms.
I know the plant. It usually grows in water, so search in water-filled ditches.
Looks like a brickmaker's village.
Perhaps you'd settle down here. Vizima grows and requires bricks. Some treacherous, unscrupulous woodcutters looking for. I hate droughts.
I'm collecting information on the Mage's Tower.
It stands in the swamp like always.
Know anyone who might remember it being built?
No one but Gramps may remember something.
Where is he?
He has a hut, but God knows where.
Bup.
Greetings.
Greeting, my lord, greeting.
What's with you?
Not now, but when I was 6, a brick fell on me head. I was playing a game where you toss a brick in the air, counted 5 and ran so the brick wouldn't bop you. Never was good at counting. They say the brick made me stupid.
Mm-hmm.
If you need help getting somewhere, you come to the right place. See, I never get lost.
Then this must be my lucky day. Tell me about the swamp.
The swamp's wide and deep, with mosquitoes up your arse. Oh, they've been stinging lately.
Who lives here?
Living here, we got druids, brickmakers, lumberjacks, monsters, and mosquitoes, that's who. What do you want to hear about?
Tell me about the brickmakers.
Brickmakers is us. Just there. Straight on and there's the village. That's where you'll find the elders who you need to oblige. We make bricks. Anything else you likes to know?
Where are the lumberjacks?
Lumberjack sticks to where they logs. Where else would they sticks?
So where exactly do they log?
Should have said that from the start. South of the Brickmaker's village. Best follow that path past the horrid cave till you see stumps.
Where will I find the druids?
That's the furthest nook in the forest, with beautiful trees and wild beasts sitting with druidans. That'll be straight southwest, but you needs to pass the loggers or take another path. Hard to say what.
How about monsters?
We got monsters a many. Will-o-wisps and mammons that keep a decent brickmaker from getting home when he's a bit tipsy. We got windwraiths and brownies with their little red caps.
Anything else?
Else we got mosquitoes.
Did I hear you mention mosquitoes?
Damn buzzing bloodsuckers. There's more every year. You'll find that most by the tower.
The tower?
Yeah, if you go straight west and then south by the hut, you're sure to reach the Mage's Tower. But it's shut, and there's nothing but blasted mosquitoes and some geelums there.
Farewell.
Vizima grows and requires bricks.
Our children die frequently.
A traveller from distant lands. He has lost something he now seeks.
What shall I call you?
Vasker, the village eldress.
Geralt. Witcher. What do the villagers do?
We mine clay and produce bricks.
I see none working.
Hard times. Speak. What do witchers do?
We solve problems.
Want to ask something?
I wish to learn about the Swamp Tower.
Like a sword you cut through the veil of mystery. The one they call Gramps will satisfy your curiosity. I must remain silent until the appointed time.
Whatever you say.
Want to ask something?
What do you do here?
We mine clay to form bricks we bake in ovens.
It's profitable?
No. Though the city grows in need of bricks, the carriers and merchants snatch most of our profit.
Maybe you should move.
Never. We know only brick making.
Do what you will.
Want to ask something?
Anyone seeking to cross? A new customer.
Who are you?
A witcher.
Well, well. I thought Leo Bonhart had disposed of your kind.
Never heard of him.
Nor will you again. We all, in this profession, eventually meet someone better than us.
What profession is that?
Bounty hunter. What brings you here?
Who was Bonhart?
Old Leo was a legend. In some ways, he was like you. He killed without emotion. Just like you would kill a lame drowner. He was the best. Tall, slim, and one gaze from those empty eyes could break a man.
Was he a mage?
No. He slew some witchers. Those who riled the peasants. Magic tricks and witchers' reflexes proved useless against him.
But he's dead. As they say, he hit a harder rock than he was himself.
Yes. Take care, Witcher.
Farewell.
Hello, son.
I'm not your son, Gramps.
You guessed my name. They call me Gramps around here.
They call me all kinds of things. Mostly Geralt, or Scabbed Freak.
Well, people exaggerate. I don't see many scabs. No offense.
None taken. But I'm likely to earn some trekking through this swamp.
Yes?
I'm looking for beggartick blossoms. Do you know the herb?
Of course. It grows here and there in the swamp, though it's rare. The blossoms are used to make a drug.
Know any other uses?
Well, if you grind it with beast fangs and douse the mixture with alcohol, it becomes a perfume.
I was hoping for something more useful, but I'll try that.
You're welcome.
Tell me about the Mage's Tower.
Why does it interest you?
I need to get inside.
An ambitious goal. And ambition is key in life. I'm too tired to explain everything, but I like you, son. I had a book about it somewhere. Maybe I'll show it to you sometime.
Thanks, Gramps.
I truly wonder if you'll succeed.
What was that?
A storm approaches, son. Beware of lightning.
You're not making much sense.
Listen to Gramps, son. My joints are stiff. A storm is coming.
Take care.
Want to ask something?
Has another Witcher been here? Berengar?
He has, asking different questions about those alchemies. The alchemist Kolkstein must have sent him. Then we happened upon his gear in a clay pit, covered in blood.
Thanks, Vaska.
White-haired one. There were signs of fighting there, and not with monsters. He was attacked by men. Beware of flaming lizards and dry ones. I need you alive.
Do you have monster problems?
Indeed. Creatures have made nests in the clay pits.
What are they like?
As if drowned, then resurrected.
Drowners. I can finish them.
We're poor folks. I can pay no more than 50 orens.
That's enough. Where are they?
Towards the landing, but take the other road at the fork. At its end you'll spot our tormentors.
These boggy holes must be clay pits.
The Lords are coming.
Shove off.
Who's above the Lords?
What is this crap?
This is boring. I will fall on my face into dust. The Lords approach like rising waters.
Hey,
They ascend like kings to the throne.
you want a thrashing?
I call thee from the depths. Come,
What the hell?
for I tell thee, who is above the Lords?
Stupid game.
Want to ask something?
I've killed the drowners.
You showed us mercy, yet I deceived you. I can offer no money, but you cannot leave unrewarded. Take this amulet. It's Kezath, the symbol of mercy.
Will do.
Wonderful. Now we prepare for the coming of the Lords.
Who are these lords?
We worship them and receive the grace of those from the eternal deep.
I keep thinking of the fish people, Vodyanoi.
How dare you! Those names offend the Lords. Whosoever raises his hand against the Water Lords loses that hand. The water...
Let's discuss a job.
Please help. One of our children is missing. The boy has always returned quickly until now.
Perhaps the water beast ate him.
Blasphemy. The Druids must have him to transform into a dryad.
All right, I'll look for the boy.
Whosoever raises his hand against the Water Lords loses that hand.
The day is nigh when we shall
Water
sit by the
Lords,
water.
I
May your
summon
roads
ye.
be straight. Who stands above the Lords?
I'm collecting information on the Mage's Tower.
May what is above remain closed, else the gateway to the abyss opens.
Great tip, thanks.
Blessed be the waters that created us.
Know anything about the missing boy from your village?
Perhaps he ran away, lured by the dry, evil world to escape. Like my brother years ago. Tell me about the waters of your fatherland. My father and grandfather mate. I hate droughts.
I'm collecting information on the Mage's Tower.
It stands...
Know any...
No,
Where is he?
He has a hut, but... Strangers rarely aid us. I'm surprised. Some treacherous, unscrupulous wood... Vizima grows. Perhaps you'd settle down here.
I'll be a Barwin when I'm older.
Yes?
I'm looking for a child. The brickmaker's little boy.
What are you implying?
Just asking if you've seen him.
Well, I don't know anything about that. And children? Don't like them.
I'm looking for work.
Ah, swords. I suspect I know the type of work you seek. Perhaps you could escort me to the chapel for my prayers. I'm old and no longer good at driving monsters off with my staff.
I was thinking about paying work, but all right, I'll take you there.
Perhaps you'd settle down here. More elves in the area. I could use a warrior, but I fear they plan some ill.
Clay pits. This is where those lunatics work.
Huh. They look normal to me.
Brickmakers pretend to be normal to strangers, yet they conceal their faith. Do you know those dimwits worship fish people?
People believe in the strangest things.
Yeah, but to worship slime-covered reptiles with bulging eyes... those Vodyanoi can't even talk. You must communicate with them using objects.
Care to elaborate?
Humans communicate with fishoids by leaving objects on special altars. Each item has specific symbolic meaning and is read as an intention. The Vodyanoi answer in the same manner.
What kind of objects?
Dunno and I don't care. You'd need to speak with one of the worshippers. But brickmakers don't divulge their knowledge to potential blasphemers.
More elves in the area. Strangers rarely. Some treacherous, unscrupulous. Vizima grows and requires bricks. Perhaps you'd settle down here. Recently we celebrated the birth of triplets. Some treacherous, unscrupulous woodcutters live. I hate droughts.
I'm collecting information on the major.
It's Dan.
Know any
No,
where?
he has.
Three Islands, they call this place. A plant called celandine flourishes here.
You know about herbs?
Well, I'm no herbalist, but I read much in my youth. For example, 2 doses of celandine combined with nasen salts produces a bomb that instills magic fear.
Useful.
Hordes of Bloodsweegers inhabit the swamp. If you can get 2 doses of their blood, mix it with abomination lymph and echinopsis spores, you create a potion that druids call Maribor Forest.
Know any other uses for herbs?
Damnable old age. I may remember later.
Enough! I've had enough! Enough! I've had enough!
Nothing beats meat.
The cave entrance.
I rarely go near that cave. It's the lair of wild dogs.
Wild dogs in the swamp?
The hounds feed on carrion, though they rarely scorn fresh meat. I heard them howl at night as they hunt in packs.
I had a bad dog experience recently. Think I'll skip visiting the cave.
A tale may change your mind. Local legend claims the tomb of a famous Vran warrior lies in the deepest parts of the cavern. Some say a vast treasure lies with him.
Treasure?
Folks tell the strangest tales, all varying, save for one point.
What's that?
All who sought the treasure vanished.
Who are the Vrans?
Were, for they're nearly extinct. Well, I know little about them, not even where they accumulated treasures.
Let's move on.
Enough! I've had enough!
The hounds feed on carrion.
I had a... Let's...
We eat lunch too.
Yeah, we do.
Windblade.
What is it?
I seek a boy missing from the brickmaker's village.
I've not seen him.
The brickmakers claim you change children into dryads.
Fools! Only adults are accepted here. Children would only trouble us. As for dryads, ask them yourself.
Farewell.
Your medallion senses magic. Well, no wonder it quivered. We're near a place of power.
Tell me about places of power.
Roaming the world, you'll happen upon them occasionally. Ordinary folk won't sense them, but those versed in magic draw energy from places of power.
How can I draw power?
You need to be trained, like sorcerers are, for instance. Druids also have their ways. I'm surprised you ask. Well, certainly you were trained to draw power.
What besides training would I need to absorb power?
Well, you mentioned your medallion, so I presume you're no sorcerer. You employ simple tricks instead of practicing the art, And the medallion should help you.
That's it?
Well, mages, ecologists and druids dispute the nature of places of power. They disagree about energy's renewability, nature's corruption. Some say the power's depleted and must be conserved. Others claim sorcerers have earned the privilege to absorb it and find nature's balance to be a mere catchphrase.
And what's the truth?
Well, who knows? Though in fact sources must regenerate after they're tapped. A day must pass before they can yield power again.
How can I use power?
Sorcerers use it to cast spells, the knowing to strengthen their visions. Wizards and village witches also have uses for it. Well, as for you...
I'm a witcher.
So you are. Then you know the tricks called signs. Places of power increase their strength. Though not real magic, signs have their uses.
Very true.
You may also infuse your medallion with energy at a place of power.
Is that all?
Druids perform healing rituals at places of power, but I doubt they'd teach you.
Interesting. But let's go.
Enough! I've had enough!
Inwed streda gemu interne.
See.
Gwynblade.
I seek a boy. The brickmakers claim druids seized him to transform him into a dryad.
Only girls can be dryads, no boys here.
Just wanted to make sure.
I would show you where young dryads come from, but...
Yes?
I wish to remain faithful to the Brokilon tradition. We only take in men to procreate and just the strong and agile. We want the girls born of their seed to inherit their father's fortitude.
I've been accused of many things, but lack of physical prowess is not among them.
I believe you. But the ritual requires a man to prove himself a skilled hunter. Bring me a wolf's pelt. You have proved yourself a skilled hunter. Yet one obstacle remains.
What's that?
Witchers are sterile. We dryads don't acknowledge intimacy without procreation.
Intimacy without procreation can be good.
How?
Sex relieves stress, improving body and mind.
We dryads must be vigilant and agile to defend our home. And my body demands love.
Would you like to be with me?
Yes, for the day.
Come.
Do you know where little dryads come
I've had
from?
enough! Enough! I've had enough! Enough! I've had enough!
There, on the other bank, stands the famous Mage's Tower. None have entered since its builder parted from this world.
Someone misplaced the key?
The tower only opened when the Sephiroth were placed on the pillars of the Tree of Life, and plus the sentry guarded it.
Sephiroth and pillars?
The pillars are positioned throughout the swamp. The doors open when the Sephiroth, runic stones, are united with their corresponding pillars.
Complicated way to open a door.
Indeed, the mage was obsessed, dedicated to his passion. He wanted only those who understood to gain access. Well, I'm not sure what all the Tree of Life business means.
What was this wizard doing?
Investigating the mystery of life, seeking to animate the inanimate. He created golems, including the greatest of them, the Sentry.
Enough. Let's go.
The tower only opened when the Sephiroth were placed on the pillars of the Tree of Life, and plus the sentry guarded it.
What's this sentry?
One of the mage's golems, made of clay, but given the attributes of life. Those wishing to enter the tower must pass the sentry first.
You're beginning to sound like a mystic. Just the facts, please.
There are few. I know only that the sentry stands in the golem burial ground near the tower.
You seem to know a lot. Where'd you get this information?
And folk talk, I listen. Sephiroth, pillars and all.
Enough. Let's go.
Here we are. Thank you, son.
I'm not your son.
I like you. Visit me sometime. I'll show you my books, serve you some tea, and goulash. You're a witcher, yes? I met another of your kind recently, but he lacked courtesy. He demanded to know about the Circle of Elements.
Another witcher? What can you tell me about him?
Well, not much, son. He wanted about asking questions, and looking like one with a sour stomach.
I'm not so interested in that.
Yeah, I know. He feared something, or someone. Spent most of his time near the pits where those village idiots burrow in clay.
Thanks, Gramps. That helps.
Now I need to pray in peace.